Welcome, dear guest, friend, and follower to the QUiLi Caribbean YouTube channel. If you can or can't sew, it's not a problem. Learn firsthand by world-renowned lingerie and bathing suit designer, Mr. Hugo QUili. He is also known for his lingerie and bathing suit easy-to-put-together patterns. We welcome novices, hobbyists, and professional sewers to this channel. Rest assured, you all will learn new tips and a nice craft. After or during the tutorial, you may also sew your lingerie and you will be amazed at how easy it really is. You may also start your own business if you wish to. We'll be presenting pattern 1013 today.
The pattern consists of a front upper piece in elastic lace, front piece in lycra, pieces and a back piece. We use our lycra mesh and polylycra, and lastly a gusset in cotton. Going to overlap the cotton gusset on the narrower side. The side pieces and the back piece, which we will sew next. Now we overlock the diagonal sides on the side pieces to the back side together on each side. We are using a brother overlock machine, model 3534 DT with extendable table, which is a serger overlock. We are using an overlock with 3 or 4 thread stitches, which has a reinforcement stitch. Using nylon yarn thread. In Mexico, we know it as tiger. That is used or recommended so that the texture of the seam is not very tough upon wearing it and will not cause any discomfort. Sew the other side piece to the back piece on the diagonal cut. To always perform a test of the pattern and the fabric you are going to use. Now we have sewn the sides to the back. We are going to take the front side, which consists of an elastic lace upper piece and a lower front piece. We'll put the external sides of the fabric and lace together so that we can overlap them on the internal side. This material is cotton knit, but we can also use lycra, polylycra, viscose, and mesh, or a combination of these fabrics. The stitch is of 3 mm and the width of the zigzag stitch is of 6 mm, and the overlap stitch is also of 6 mm. To set the functions of the machine for the garment you are going to sew properly. Sewn together the two front sides. We are going to match the back to the front on the external sides, and over the back piece we are going to add the gusset on the right side to the internal side of the back piece. When we turn the gusset over to the front, the seam remains hidden. Going to overlock the sides together. Keep into consideration is that when we are closing the sides, we need to leave half a centimeter left over on the fabric to add the waistband elastic, which will be sewn together with a 3-point zigzag stitch on the waist. Use the French seam to sew the leg elastic. Remember that we can use any form to sew on the elastics at the moment of sewing the garment. Leftover that we will need to sew the elastic onto. Now we are going to the next side and repeat the technique to sew the sides together. There are panties that you sew open when you work with fold-over elastic. The side seams remain open until the fold elastic is sewn. Use the 3-point stitch or French seam. You firstly sew all seams or sides together and then you sew the elastic onto the garment. Here we have the half a centimeter fabric left over, which will be folded to sew the elastic onto. We have the panty fully sewn together. Now we are going to sew the elastics onto the panty. Start to sew the elastic on the front side of the leg opening at the gusset. The border that has no ruff will be placed upon the garment, of which both edges will be equally placed onto each other. Going to sew near the roughed edge using the zigzag stitch number 4 with a longitude of 2 and a width of 3.5. We invite you to visit our website QUILiCaribbean.com and never miss out a pattern. Also use a magnet guide to avoid confusion. We will put it here near the presser foot. It will adhere to the machine. Measure from the presser foot to us 5 cm of the elastic, then we'll stretch the elastic half a centimeter and sew. It will serve as a guide. We'll continue sewing slowly. This will also help that the seam stays neat and doesn't twist. To the beginning, we stop with the needle down. We lift the presser foot up and we align the elastic over the sewn elastic without stretching. Then we lower the presser foot back and sew them 1 cm over each other and we backstitch. This step must be done to avoid it from curling up. This step we are going to repeat on the other leg opening. We invite you to visit our website QUILiCaribbean.com and never miss out a pattern. On the gusset where we made the backstitch, we are going to fold the elastic over on the internal side of the panty, and we are going to perform the same action with the same zigzag setting with a longitude of 2 and a width of 3.5. Two stitches, we stop, fold and stretch the fabric to the outer side. We stretch the elastic and fabric half a centimeter to us and we'll continue sewing with the magnet guide. Going on the border of the elastic, one of the stitches must be at the side near the elastic while the others are on the elastic. The magnet guide can be found everywhere they sell machine parts. They are called magnet guides. The magnet will serve as a guide. Continue sewing slowly. This will also help that the seam stays neat and doesn't twist. Do this on the other leg opening also. We invite you to visit our website QUILiCaribbean.com and never miss out a pattern. Continue with the waistband. We are going to start on the fabric where we have the extra fabric, and we are going to leave 2 cm of elastic before matching at the side seam. Starting to sew at 1 cm on the lace. We are using the 3-point zigzag, which you'll find in video 4, ways on how to sew on elastics onto garments, which will be translated very soon. I'm going to start here with a few stitches. The settings of this 3-point zigzag is 1.8 long and very wide. We fold 1/2 cm of the fabric and the border will remain very close to the roughed edge. We take 5 cm from the presser foot to us, then we stretch 1 cm of the elastic, we lower the elastic, we set it with our finger on the fabric, then we stretch 1 cm again, but this time we stretch the elastic and the fabric all together. We stretch and sew, helping from behind. We need to help to stretch the elastic from behind the presser foot because we are using a domestic machine. If we don't perform this action, the garment will cling onto the bobbin and the presser foot. Reaching where we began, we continue folding and repeating the same process. Using coats thread, Epic or Duet caliber 120, fine, and a ballpoint needle size 11. So when we are sewing undergarments, the needle is always a ballpoint needle, and according to the thickness of the thread you are using, the needle can vary from 9, 10, or 11, but it is always a ballpoint needle. Reach back where we started, the elastic stays neat under the lace. We do not fold the lace. Same procedure, we take 5 cm from the presser foot to us, stretch the elastic 1 cm, lower the lace, then we stretch 1 cm again and we help from behind and we sew. Zigzag has a double stretching maneuver on the domestic machines. Continue repeating the same process. When we reach back at the beginning, remember that we left 2 cm to be able to stretch from behind the presser foot. We are now cutting this extra piece of elastic. Don't perform this operation, the thread will tend to unpick. Accommodate the elastics, we lower the presser foot, we continue sewing 1 cm, we stop, we lift the presser foot up, we change the machine setting to a longitude of 0 because here the machine doesn't slide the fabric. I go a tiny little bit to the left and we perform a top off. We leave the needle up, we go a bit back to the right and perform the same action. To replace the industrial machine that performs the closing reinforcement stitch. The Thong model is now completely done. Look how pretty it looks! It wasn't that difficult after all, was it? Thank you for watching. And don't forget to subscribe and like our page.